Hello everyone. In this video you are going to learn how to use floating buttons, I almost said magic buttons, floating buttons in 5 minutes or less. So this is basically what it's going to look like. We're going to have it going off the bottom right corner here, and I have just a simple email icon just for an example. And when you click on it, it goes to a second activity. So first, before you even get started, go to your app.build.gradle file and add this line right here, right below where it says required for floating action buttons. com.android.support :design : at this time of writing or recording it's 25.3.1. You want to make sure you add this before you continue, or you're going to get some errors. And then in our activity layout, I have our magic, there I go again, magic button. There we have our floating button here, and I left some comments in the code, and I'm going to link this project. I already have it shared on GitHub for you guys, and you'll find a link to it in the description. So first, this is how you're going to create your floating button. It's android.support.design.widget.floating action button. And it has some of your basic qualities. I've assigned it the ID FAB, and you'll want to use wrap content on your width and height for this. I currently have the gravity set to bottom end. I think currently with my layout constraints though, because I'm using a constraint layout, that this line might not matter. And I've set an all-around margin of 10 density pixels. And this right here, app source compat, is where you're going to assign your icon. I'm using a built-in one from the Android system, but you can use any that you would have in your drawable folder. Next, this is just some basic layout stuff, and then your typical constraint settings, and I set those using the UI for these guys. You can see right there, that's how I set those. And then to move it over to the right, let's see if I can find it. It's there's usually like a slider. I'll have to remember how I got that up, but usually there's a slider that you can slide it back and forth. I might have to do a tutorial on constraint layouts. Okay, so now in our Java code, what we have is our floating action button. I created a variable, called it FAB, and I hooked it to the one that's in my UI. And then you're going to create an on-click listener just like you would a normal button. fab.setOnClickListener. And then I created a basic intent called goToActivity. And I got my application context, and I'm passing my second activity right here into the intent, and then I call start activity. And that is how you use a floating action button. I actually have a nice surprise coming up where I'm actually going to show like a circle menu using action buttons, and that's going to be coming up shortly. Thank you guys for your time, and if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe.